Hello everyone, welcome back to Voidheart Studios, and it's finally time. Welcome to my review of the X-Shot Pro Motorized Piston Pump. The piston pump was released at the time of recording this last week. I'm finally recording and reviewing a relevant blaster for once. Well, this is the most relevant blaster I have reviewed. So, this is an AEB, and I'll get into what that is later. For now, let's get into the front to back overview. Up at the front, we have the new X-Shot B-Car. This is removable, and it is actually cross-compatible with Dart Zone friction muzzles. So if you have anything that's like Adventure Force Pro or Dart Zone Max that has that friction muzzle, it'll take it, which is really nice. Up here is the exposed metal barrel. Down here we have the front collet. This allows you to swap the barrel toollessly, like so. To do this, you want to unscrew this piece, and then, here, you probably want to pull your B-car off. Take off this piece, and then you just pull your barrel out. And it comes with this length of, it's like 8-inch length of barrel. And then to put it back in, you just push it down till it won't go no more. Drop this on here. Thread it back on, make sure it's tight. And then it stick on at your muzzle attachment of choice. Up at the top here, you have some iron sights. They're nothing fancy, just some nice little irons to use. On this side, you have the jam door. It gives you access to the breech just in case you jam your blaster. It comes screwed on. I just take the screw off, just for the sake of not needing to bring a screwdriver with me onto the battlefield. Like, that's just ridiculous. Down here is the magazine well. It comes with a Talon geometry magazine. Finally, third time's the charm, Zuru. I guess. It no longer comes with their weird crossbreed magazines that are like katana geometry but with a Talon catch. This does have a katana catch. It is compatible with katanas, but it comes with a Talon, which is really, really nice. It also comes with pink darts. They're no different than regular X-Shot half darts, but, well, pink is my favorite color. Anyways, that's weird. Up the back here is the trigger and selector switch. This is a select fire blaster. It has semi and full auto. Back here is the charging handle. This is what happens when you put in a new mag and you gotta do that. It stays primed, of course. I'll get to more on that later. Back here you have an adjustable stock, which collapses down to here, and then to here, and then there's also a few other points in the middle. The pull latch on it is pretty weak, so you can just do that. But it's pretty strong otherwise, so I haven't had it collapse on me under normal use. But you don't need to really put a lot of weight on this stock anyways, due to it being, automatic. It's not like you have to prime it every time. Back here, inside the battery, is the rechargeable 2S lithium-ion battery. It has a proprietary connector that X-Shot used also for their... I was trying to find my Hydro Pulse, but I don't know where it's at. Like, with the motor soakers. Except this is a 7.4 volt 2S battery rather than a 3.7 volt battery. The motor soaker battery is probably able to be used in here, but it's going to be severely undervolted. You're going to get no performance. The stock also threads on and off. I don't want to mess with it right now, but this nut tightens it. I here. I have it pretty tight. But it allows you to get in there and change out the wiring if you need to, if you want to rewire it for XT30. And it also allows you to get to where the spring is, so you can quick swap the spring, which is really nice that they added that, because with the other two X-Shot Pro Blasters, you have to get in there and completely take them apart to get to the spring. So, yeah. Let's talk about how to operate the blaster. To turn on the blaster, you want to take your selector switch and put it in semi-auto. Then you're going to want to pull the trigger once until you'll hear the beep. And then you want to pull it again, which will prime and chamber your blaster. It just cycles it. It doesn't fire, it just cycles. And now, you're free to use the blaster. And then you can put the blaster back here to really have fun. It has a similar fire rate to something like the Stampede. Now, when you have completely emptied here, and you go to throw a fresh mag in, it's not going to be like the Stampede or any flywheeler, where the breech rests in the rear position. The breech actually rests in the forward position since it's a pusher breech. So when you put in a new mag, just so you don't end up dry firing, you do have to pull back this. It is a T-pull charging handle with a spring return, and it will prime, or it won't prime your blaster because your blaster stays primed, but it will load your next start into the chamber. Now, for the final thing, and you need to do this. Need, or else your blaster is going to severely drop in performance over time. This blaster stays primed even if you turn it off and remove the battery, because this trigger is an electronic switch. It is not a catch. It does not link to the catch in any way. So, I'm going to teach you how to deprime the blaster. You're going to take your mag out. You can do it with your mag in, but whatever. You want to place the blaster in semi-auto, and then you want to hold the trigger down for 10 seconds. It's going to fire once, just to cycle, and then you hear that second thunk, and your little priming indicator here, back here, this little slit goes from white to black. That means you have deprimed your blaster, and you are free to put it in safe, and then undo the battery. This will keep your blaster at peak performance throughout the entire use. And of course, whenever you want to turn it back on, you just put it back in semi, beep beep, cycle. There you go. Now let's just talk about how cool this thing looks. I really like the aesthetic. I know there's like about 1 million body kits that have like a big barrel shroud on it. Which, I mean, if you think it needs a barrel shroud, go for it. I honestly don't. I like the ridiculous long exposed barrel. It kind of looks like the old SMGs that the U.S. used in World War II, like the M3 grease gun. And there are barrels you can use to lower. You can use different barrel lengths if you want, because it is literally so easy to take out and mess with the barrel. If you want to get it a lower FPS, my group has found out that you can use a 4.75 inch long barrel and it'll get it below 150 FPS. Because this does shoot over 150 FPS by not very much. I'll tease the chrono results now. I was getting an average of about 160 with it. About 155 to 160. So, about as much as the original Nexus Pro. But it's automatic and shoots about 3 or 4 rounds a second. It's not like the Venom, modded Venom cameo again. But, I need to do a video on my modded Venom. I feel like I'm leaving you guys in the dark about it. But it's really not much. What you see is what it is. Anyways, back to the piston pump. it's not going to be super impressive fire rate wise. Like if you're looking for a high fire rate blaster, get a Flywheeler, get an Omnia, get a Venom, get a Nightingale, get a Flywheeler if you're looking for fire rate. If you are looking for Springer, but automatic, that's literally what this is. This is an AEB, automatic electric blaster. It's a Nerf rip from the airsoft term AEG, which you can guess what that stands for. But it is really... Oh, I dry fired it. It is really nice. It feels really good. The grip is really beefy. I really like it. But I think the motors are housed in the thing. And yeah, kickback is right. This blaster does have slight recoil. For somehow, I think it's just when the spring and plunger come back, they come back really fast, and it gives like the sensation of recoil. Like you can feel the stock kind of pump against you a bit, but it's nothing like crazy. You're not going to lose accuracy over recoil. It's just you just feel a nice little vibration in your shoulder. Get a nice little free shoulder massage while you're out there slaying. And speaking of slay, this blaster slays. Just look at it. It looks really good. I like the color scheme. I always like the neon blue, the Neo Blue X-Shot Pro color scheme that they started with the Fury. And I still need to get the new blue version of the X-Shot Long Shot so I can have a matching set. I just got the anime one, and yeah, that's gonna be it there. And I think I've covered everything I need to know on the blaster. Now let's get out on the range and fire this thing before I lose all my sunlight. Alright, I am outside, have the piston pump, and I am running low on sunlight. So, there. Not having a good hair day today, by the way. Ugh. Anyways, it's not as hot, but it is definitely very humid, so I don't know how that's going to affect the darts, but let's go with the piston pump. Starting off with a mag full of the included pink X-Shot darts, and I'm going to be going in semi-auto with these. Next up, I'm going to go with a normal X-Shot half crossbreed mag with Nerf Pro darts. I'm going to go in full auto now. Alright. Oh, last up, nitro shots. I'm going to do semi-auto for the first few, and then do the rest. Ooh. And then do the rest in full auto. Full auto time. Alright, that's it for the piston pump, so let's take it inside. And talk about my final thoughts. I think I'm too close to the camera. Talk about my final thoughts. Alright, we are back inside with the piston pump. Let's talk about it. First off, I whipped out the old chronograph, and with my chronograph and some Dart Zone Nitro Shot darts, I achieved an average velocity of about 157 FPS, with plenty of shots going into the 160s. So this is shooting a little hot for my group's indoor cap, which we will fix that. Just with a shorter barrel. I have not had any really major jams or malfunctions with this blaster. I am really happy with how it performs. I am very proud of this blaster, and I am very proud of Zuru for how well they cooked with this blaster. Like, and they were dead on target, too. I don't think I had a single shot that missed my target. Which was insane. I mean, you see how much I miss in my firing demos. So this is a really good blaster with a decent little B-car. One thing to note, it's huge. I'm a big guy, and this blaster is big. So if you're a smaller guy, or girl, you might want to have that stock a little shorter, because I have it fully extended. And just note, this blaster, it's big, it's large, it's not compact. I made the SMG comparison. No, it's not an SMG. Here it is compared to the Dart Zone Aeon Pro. Look how far it sticks out. If I line the grips up, and then if I line it just up with the back, look at how long it is. Like, this is it compared to the Dart Zone Outlaw. Well, I think the only blaster I have that's longer is the Worker Harrier, which is longer than it by a smidge. Like, I kinda just show you. It is not very much longer, the Harrier. So this is a large blaster. And also, do note its price point, as this blaster's price point is both expensive and cheap at the same time. For an off-the-shelf Pro blaster, this is a little pricey, coming in at 70 bones. $69.99, if you will. Nice. But it is cheap for AEB standards. But, yeah, before I get onto that, yes, it's expensive for a Pro Blaster. The only Pro Blasters that edge it out right now, in terms of off-the-shelf, are the Omnia Gen 3, which is $90, but regularly goes on sale, and the Siren Blink, which I don't have, and it's usually around $75 to $80. So it is a little pricey. Not quite Harrier pricey, as that thing is $200 just about for a regular Springer. Trust me, for the internals, it's worth it. But it is pricey. On the flip side, though, in terms of a high-performance AEB, oh, this is the cheapest you'll get by a mile. Let's talk about the next cheapest AEB on the market, the Zeus BK1S. The Zeus? 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 Zeus. Z-I-U-S. Zeus, I guess. Zeus. The Zeus BK1S. It is $160. This is $70. It's $160. Comes with proprietary 12-round mags. It is not compatible with Talons or Katanas. And it only comes with the blaster, mag, and darts. Now, this blaster comes with a 15-round Talon Geometry magazine. It is compatible with Talons and Katanas, and X-Shot's weird crossbreed mags. It comes with 40 darts, where the BK1S only comes with 12. It comes with a barrel and B-car, which the BK1S only comes with a barrel. It has a quick swap barrel collet, which the BK1S I'm pretty sure doesn't have. It comes with safety glasses, which it makes sense, they all do, except for weirdly the X-Shot, Long Shot, and Fury. That was a weird one. And it also comes with the most important part, you know, the damn battery! The BK1S being $160 and not even coming with the battery is absurd. Because then you have to go out of your way to buy a LiPo for it. This comes with its own 2S Li-On. And it comes with the charger. Because it has a proprietary connection point. But anyways, it's a bit weird, but from what I've heard, if you're good with electronics and soldering, it's pretty easy to rewire to XT30 for a 2S Li-On from like for example one of the Dart Zone 2S Li-Ons or a 2S or 3S LiPo. So yeah. This thing, like, I would consider this really the only AEB I would recommend to somebody who isn't already super invested in the high power side of the hobby, especially the high power side of electronic blasters. Like, for example, just if you don't have a LiPo or any sort of batteries whatsoever, buy this thing. Because then you don't need to go out of your way to buy $70 worth of LiPo accessories, which I'm going to have to do eventually if I want to get a Nightingale. Which I really, really, really want a Nightingale. Anyways, you will see a Nightingale review at some point when I finally get over my annoyance of having to buy a bunch of stuff for batteries. Anyways, back on topic. Sorry, I keep going way off topic. The piston pump is great. The jam door being screwed in is a bit weird because the clips on it are already, like, really sturdy. Like, I've done some pretty hardcore thrashing and testing with this blaster, and this has not come open on me. But the clips are still easy to get under and throw open in the case of getting a jam, and then all you have to do is just pull that back and get your mag out and all that and do your thing. Yeah. The stock being essentially proprietary, unless you can find another stock that can hold a battery, is a bit, you know, annoying. Maybe an airsoft stock might be what you look for, seeing as they can usually, I think airsoft stocks hold batteries. Don't quote me on that, but I think airsoft stocks hold batteries. My only complaint about this blaster is this thing tends to twist on me sometimes. You have to make sure that that orange nut is really, really tight. And even then, if you thrash it around too much while it's shouldered, the stock is still going to twist on you a bit. But it is, on the flip side, nice to be able to get in there and get into the wiring in the spring without needing to take the whole thing apart. So, is this a good blaster purchase? It depends. As much as I love this blaster, as much as I really, really like it, I mean, it's never going to beat the Aeons as my favorite high-power blaster, but as much as I like and really like this blaster, it depends. And you need to look at how you are doing in the hobby right now. Are you a completely fresh newbie wanting to get into high-powered Nerf? No. As much as I hate to say it, no. You're better off buying a Nexus Pro X, Striker 2.0, Aeon Pro X, X-Shot Long Shot, X-Shot Fury, Dart Zone Maxim. Just buy, like, a lot of other stuff. It's just anything that's cheaper than this you want as your starter blaster. If you're moderately into the hobby, maybe you're not crazy into high power electronic blasters yet, or you know, you want something a little more, not a little more powerful, but you want something a little more pricey, something to splurge on, something to put on your Christmas list, or if somebody has this on their Christmas list, oh, definitely. You are going to have tons and tons of fun with this. The only reason why I'm saying to try to not, if you're like a noob, is just you have more important things to spend that extra 20 bucks on. Just buy a Nexus as your first pro primary. You have other things that extra money needs to go to, like mags and gear and stuff like that. Which, you know what, I need to make like a Nerf buying guide. Just as like a starter Nerf buying guide, because oh boy, did I need something like that when I was getting into high-powered Nerf earlier this year. Anyways, if you're a, deep Nerf hobbyist, I would say go for it, honestly. I mean, it's... if you're deep into the hobby, you obviously have the expendable income to drop on a $70 blaster at your local Target, and even if you don't end up liking it, it still comes with a nice barrel that is tinted orange, which is great. Great for safety, great for other stuff like that. You got a good, sturdy Talon geometry magazine, and it's just overall a nice blaster. And it's, you can mod it too. You can mod it to take 3S LiPo. You can put in a stronger spring. You could do other stuff. There's printed mod kits already to put barrel shrouds on it, because apparently a lot of people don't like exposed barrel. Quite frankly, I think this blaster's kind of badass without it. But that's just me. Anyways, yeah. Another gripe I have is this secondary mag release. This little one that you're supposed to be able to use to gravity drop mags. Is a little too small and a little too angled forward. I find it kind of digs in and hurts my finger when I try to use it, so I usually opt to use the larger thumb release up here to take out me mags. And yeah, that's pretty much all the objective and subjective information that I could give on the piston pump. Yeah, I'm going to have a buy link in the description below for it from Target.com. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like, subscribe, all the algorithm nonsense, and comment your favorite X-Shot Pro Blaster. Is it the Long Shot? Is it the Fury? Is it the Piston Pump? God, that name. And Zuru, if you ever watch this video, get better at naming your blasters. Please. Piston Pump. Really? Smoking Barrel? The Blaster Corn's Big Riz Master or something? I don't know. I lose brain cells every time I think about what X-Shot names their blasters. Yeah, anyways, comment your favorite X-Shot Pro Blaster. Zuru, if you watch this video, get better at naming your blasters. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!